guys, it's My Goddess Chrissy, and I had a subscriber request for Lil Baby, and so I'm going to be doing a reading on Lil Baby. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're coming back, thank you for coming back, and I hope you guys enjoy this reading. So, really, to be honest with y'all, like, I don't know much about Lil Baby. Don't know much of his music either. I really don't know much about him besides he's Jada's baby daddy, and he was like at a white party for one of these, millionaires or whatever, and some people thought he had like suspicious behavior at that party. I don't know. So I'm just gonna see where this reading leads me. I'm just gonna allow Source to come through with the questions and the answers and see how this goes, okay? So I don't know how long this reading is gonna go, because honestly, I just feel really blah. So I feel like that's how Lil Baby feels. He's kind of like in limbo. He doesn't know where he's at in life. All he knows is that he's successful, and he's made it to a point where he has financial freedom, and he is proud of himself in that regards. But a part of me feel like he still feels stuck on where does he go from here. He's still pretty young, I believe, and really very much wants to enjoy his life. But at the same time, the repetition of doing the same things over and over in that high life is getting old, and it's getting old pretty fast for him. So right now he's trying to figure out what's the next move. That's what I'm getting. All right, so I'm gonna get my archetype cards. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle them a little bit. And let's see what character, what role is Lil Baby playing at this time. Because all of us play different characters, different roles in our lives. And let's see what role he's playing, okay? Source, what is Lil Baby's personality, energy at this time? Show us his personality and energy at this time, Source. Okay. See, it's like you see it split up like here. It's like he has two personalities. He's one way, and then he's a different way, and he doesn't really know who he is at this moment completely. All right, let's see. I'm gonna get 3. All right, those were my 3. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see this? Okay. Alright, so I always read from right to left, so I'm gonna get this card. Pioneer. I think he got this last time. So Lil Baby is still thinking about creative and innovative ways to create generational wealth. Do not be surprised if he comes out with a millionaire or billionaire on some idea that he's pushing forward. That's something that's like never been seen before, or a new invention that hopefully, gains a lot of attention and money. Now, again, this might be an investment that he makes with someone who already has money, or this could be like a silent investor, but he definitely is working on something that's creative and different, and that's gonna give him generational wealth. Again, that's very important for him. It says passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Okay, so don't be surprised if Lil Baby comes out with something big and amazing. Okay, because he is very smart. All right. See, they're telling me something else with this. They're also telling me that he does, with this heart here, he has a big heart. He's a very generous person. And he wears his heart on his sleeve. So he is a good guy. Lil Baby is a good guy. And I feel like eventually he's going to change his stage name. It's not going to be Lil Baby anymore. He's going to change it to something else. Shapeshifter. What did I tell you? How the cards were split in like two. You know, one day he's this personality, the next day he's another personality. Among this group, he's one way. Among a different group, he's a different way. So he's a shapeshifter. He knows how to switch it up for whatever environment he's out in, whatever crowd he's speaking to, you know. So let's see what it says. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. Shadow side, projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. So I don't really see him having shapeshifter in the shadow side at this time. I really feel like he is trying to remain optimistic as much as possible and focus on what he has going on. So these two are very good cards so far. It shows that he's trying really hard to remain humble and grounded, even though he has all of this fame and money. So that's good. And what did I say? Didn't I say he wore his heart on his sleeve? Look at that. Look at that. Sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. And then the shadow side, stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. I feel like, again, it wouldn't be the shadow side. I feel like Lil Baby is against stealing ideas from people or taking something that's not his. He definitely believes in karma and doesn't want to get caught up in that, so that's not something that he's doing. Like I said, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a pretty, they're saying emotional guy, but then also at the same time, they're also saying that he is a generous person. He's compassionate. You know, he can't go do wrong and then just forget about it. It weighs on his conscience, okay? So if he wronged you in any way, he has to make it right. He's the type of person. He also is very quiet and reserved, and he doesn't talk about everything that he has going on. Okay, so you won't really know what's going on in his life because he's not going to show or tell you. He keeps to himself. He's very quiet, and he's very introvert in that way. Okay, he's actually really shy. All right, he's actually really shy. Okay, so big things are going to happen or are happening with Lil Baby. He's a businessman, and he definitely has something up his sleeve. Literally, he has something up his sleeve that he's working on. Okay. All right, let's see. Lil Baby's energy. Lil Baby's energy. Walking away. The thinking woman. Rest and rejuvenation. So I feel like with these cards, Lil Baby was dating someone. Okay, he was either Yeah, okay. He was dating two women. All right. There's one that's still there. That's the thinking woman, and then there's one that has left him, and that's this woman in pink with the walking away. Now, the one that walked away was more feminine than the thinking woman. The thinking woman is more of like a career woman. You know, she could be a little bit older than Lil Baby, and they, dibble and dabble and do their thing once in a while. As you can see with his rest and rejuvenation card, he's really not paying too much attention to any type of relationship. He's keeping things very casual. And with the thinking woman, she knows what it is. And basically it's really like a business transaction. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone that is in the business sector that he's working on right now. Really, Lil Baby is really boring, guys. If what you guys would call boring, he likes to be by himself. He does. He likes to be by himself, and I see that he's also trying to tap into his potential here. With these two cards, the eyes are closed, they're focused, and they really know what they want. And they have the different colors there, so they're working on the different parts of themselves. Okay? So Lil Baby is really wants to make a name for himself. That's one of the reasons why he's around these millionaires and billionaires, because he wants to learn as much as he possibly can from them. Know the people that they know the ins and outs of the business, so that he can set himself up and his family for generational wealth. Generational wealth is very important to him. Very, very important to him. So it doesn't matter who he's messing around with, what music he's putting out. His first love is to make sure that he is focused on something that will create generational wealth. That is his end game. That's his goal. Once he has that, he knows he's set, and then he can focus on what the next thing is. But right now, that's what his mind is on. Okay? All right, let me put these away. Let's see. Source, what do you want us to know about Lil Baby? What do you want us to know about Lil Baby? Tell us. Okay. All right. Well, okay. So these cards are saying that Lil Baby chose, as we all have, the environment that he wanted to be born into. He chose to be born into a poverty-stricken environment so that he can show others that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. He is a prophet. I don't know if he knows it or not, but he's basically was brought to this world so that he could speak on the challenges and the environment and the expectations that this world has on someone from his skin color, his background, his environment, his neighborhood, and be hope for the people. that there's a way out, that you can make it through, that you can have a better life, that even though you had a life of poverty and struggle, that you could still make it through and make things better for yourself. I feel like also in these cards, it's saying that Jada is one of his soulmates. And if he had decided to stay with Jada, that would have worked out for him. But because he decided that wasn't the case, or they decided that it wasn't working out, he kind of like altered his relationships moving forward. So you may not see Lil Baby in a serious relationship with a soulmate for some time. But again, going back to why he's here, it is to basically show that even though you have different parts of yourself, that there's one that wants to do good, there's one that is sucked into the peer pressure or the environment that they're in, and then there's the other one that just doesn't know what to do. Okay? But again, of course, even though this is Archangel Michael, it also reminds me of the relationship between mother and child. For Lil Baby, his mother means a lot for him, and his father as well, but mostly his mother. His mother was the one that allowed him to look at his circumstances, or look at their circumstances growing up, but not let that be a deterrent, something that holds him back from his dreams. So whether Lil Baby knows it or not, but he's a prophet to give hope to people who have lived or live in poverty-stricken areas and have less than, that they can follow their dreams and that they can do and accomplish anything that they would want to accomplish in their life. I wouldn't be surprised if Lil Baby like has a school that he builds or something for the youth, like for a sport or something like that, where they could attend for free. Something similar to like what LeBron James has, okay, in his old neighborhood. All right, now I know y'all want to ask this, and let's see here. What is Lil Baby's relationship like with Jada? What is his relationship like with Jada? What does he think about Jada at this time? What does Lil Baby think about Jada? Okay, he does seem like, he does feel like their relationship is estranged just because she's put up her boundaries. She doesn't want to blur the lines of having something romantically or sexually with him, and then things getting out of control where he's out doing whatever it is that he was doing before with the cheating and talking to other females and whatnot. So at this point, it's like, that's my baby mother. Okay, we're co-parenting, and he's being a little bit dramatic. Lil Baby could be a little bit dramatic, but you know, just like how this card is, it's like, you know, she left me out in the cold. But again, he can be dramatic when because he's very sensitive. He may have Pisces very strong in his chart, especially with this fish here. Okay. But he does have like a feminine side to him. Okay. He has a feminine side to him. He's he's an indigo child. He is. He's an indigo child. So he does love, and that's why it bothers him when someone has a problem with him, because he loves to love and to be loved. Okay? He doesn't like it if somebody has a problem with him in any way. All right. He has to be careful with his voice because I feel like there's something that he may come down with in the throat area. Okay. I don't know if he's a smoker or I know he had a problem with his hydration before, but he has to just be careful. He may come down with the flu or something with his throat where he's gonna, lose his voice or something. You know, when you get sick and you like, your voice goes low and you talk like this. So that may happen for him at some point. Okay. Now, I don't know if that's something that will become public. It may just be something that happens personally for him. All right, so that's basically how he feels about Jada. That's his baby mother. Things didn't work out, and they went their separate ways. Okay. I don't even think Jada is accepting money from him besides for their child. When it comes to like accepting gifts or money from him for directly for her, I don't even think she accepts that because she knows that strings will come attached along with that. Okay. How does Lil Baby feel about his other baby mother? How does Lil Baby feel about his other baby mother? Oh, wow. Okay. He feels like his other baby mother has mood swings. One day she's cool, one day she's not. And he feels like she always wants money. She always has her hand out. She always wants money. She doesn't do anything. She's lazy. He has a lot of more negative things to say about the other baby mother than about Jada. If you see with the King of Pentacles, he's overweight. He's sitting down with his wine, got his money in his hand, and he's just chilling. Whereas the Queen of Pentacles, looks like she works out, takes care of herself. Look at this. This was Jada, right? She has a crown over her head. Let's see. I don't know what's wrong with the, hold on guys. All right, there we go. Like she's very sexy. She's modest, humble. The rabbit is looking up at her, just basically down to earth. She's on the go. This is like her vehicle. She's on the go. She just stopped to take this picture. She's overcome some things. She has roses all around her. She's just a beautiful human being, right? And she's holding her own. She's holding her own. But with this King of Pentacles, he's overweight. He has wine in his hand. If you've been having a drink, you're having a drink and you're not doing anything. He has glasses on, so he's not really seeing what it is that he needs to see. He's blocking it out, right? So that's how Lil Baby looks at his baby mama. He feels like she's lazy and she always has her hands out and want money from him. Okay? He feels like she needs more balance. She needs to figure out what she wants to do with herself, because at a certain point that money is going to run out. His son is going to get older, and that's just going to be for his son. So she needs to start saving up or, having a business of her own. But he feels like she needs to do something. Okay? All right, let's see here. How does Lil Baby feel about people talking about him possibly being homosexual or having something Because in the all-white party, they said he was taking pictures or had pictures taken that just looked really suspect. So let's see, how does he feel about people questioning whether or not he's homosexual? How does he feel? How does Lil Baby feel about that? You guys see that, right? He's like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for the bullshit. I don't have time for the rumors. Like, that's water under the bridge. I don't. You know, the pictures were taken. It is what it is. It was taken out of context. It is what it is. I'm focused on my money. I'm focused on what I have going on my goals. I'm not worried about that. He don't care when y'all are talking about him in that way, or any way for that matter. He does not care. He does not care. Look at this. He's looking forward. He's looking for what's the next new thing. He's not worried about all this stuff that's being said. He knows that that's politics. That's the game of being famous. You know, people are gonna pull on the first thing they see and make a whole big thing about it. But he's not gonna let that confuse him or get in the way of what he needs to do. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about why did I see or feel Lil Baby having like two personalities and feeling stagnant, not sure what to do. So why did I get that? Why did I feel that? What does that mean for Lil Baby? What's going on? Why did I feel him feeling stagnant and being indecisive and just having two personalities? He's trying to really find his way. He's trying to find his way, find his tribe, find what works for him. Yeah, I feel, again, like I was telling you guys, that whole, you know, fame and high life is getting old for him. And so now he's really trying to find what works for him. He's working on himself. I love this. A lot of these readings have been people working on themselves, trying to figure out what works for them. Yeah, and even with these cards too, it talks about, you know, wanting the family life, but also wanting to have fun. So again, he's like back and forth, literally like this. Look at the scale. Back and forth. You know, do I have a relationship that deals with the heart, that deals with my soulmate, that is very concrete and real? Or do I deal with the feather? Something that's very light, there's not much attachment there, and I could just walk away whenever I want to. He's still trying to figure himself out. Okay, pretty interesting. How does Lil Baby feel about being rich and coming out of the neighborhood that he came out of, coming out of poverty? How does Lil Baby feel about that? I feel like a part of him feels guilty because there's so many who are still living that lifestyle. A lot of times he still can't believe it, that he's where he's at. He feels like he has to protect himself at all times. Clarify this Seven of Wands. Yeah, I don't know if he's had people who have tried to who've tried to challenge him creatively and try to beef with him, like have rap beefs with him. But he feels like there's always other artists or entertainers that may try to come after him in a certain way to make him look bad. But he's really like, I really just come with peace and love, guys. I really just come with peace and love. It really bothers him that there's so many of these artists that just end up getting, killed because of gun violence. And he's like, I come with peace. I come with peace. He really doesn't understand why people can't just get along. It really bugs him that there's still so much violence everywhere. People hating on each other. And he's said it's because for the love of money. The love of money. People love money and they're always trying to find different ways on how to make it, even if it involves hurting you or throwing you under the bus, hiding your hands. And he really knows that, like, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Okay? He knows that. And what are Lil Baby's plans for his life? What does he have planned for his life? Okay. I mean, even in the cards, it just talks about how private he is. He's a very private person. Now, do I feel like he's a part of a secret society? I do feel that way, allegedly. And I also feel that the project he has, it's even showing in the cards that it's a project that he's keeping to himself. Only people that are very close to him knows about this project. And not only that, but they don't even know everything about it. They just know a little quick snippet. He's really, really keeping it very quiet, need to know basis. But Lil Baby will be coming out with something big. That's going to make him a lot of money. Okay? It's going to make him a lot of money. Let me see if they wanted me to pull these cards out. These little bitty cards that I have here. Okay. So, source. Which card do you want for Lil Baby? Which card? Alright. Here it is. When I feel unloved, I will emotionally detach instead of expressing my emotions. So yet again, I told you guys, he really is sensitive. And so it says when he feels unloved, he'll emotionally detach instead of saying how he feels. Okay. So that may have been what he did in the relationship. In the case where the female walked away. There was an argument, something that took place with this young lady, and he just emotionally detached instead of saying how he felt or having a reaction. He just walked away from the situation, and that's just how Lil Baby is. That's just how he is. Okay. All right, let's see. I want to see what Lil Baby's ancestors want him to know. What does Lil Baby's ancestors want Lil Baby to know? Let's see. Don't get caught up in the bullcrap of this industry. Don't get caught up in it. Family is everything. Stick to your foundation. Don't get caught up in it. Specifically with substance abuse. Okay? Now, let me ask, is Lil Baby dealing with substance abuse? Is Lil Baby dealing with substance abuse? Show me, tell me, source. No, he's not. But there's so much temptation out there that they want him to be careful. There's a lot of temptation out there, and it's always easily accessible. So they want him to be very careful not to fall into temptation of substance abuse and getting caught up and addicted to drugs or drinking. Okay? So as of right now, he's not, but they don't want him to end up getting heavily into that. Even any type of addiction, like sexual addiction as well, they don't want him to get heavily into that. He has to remain having a balance. That's what his ancestors are saying. Have a balance. Don't overdo it. Stay grounded and focus. Okay? Because this literally is the outcome of that. Okay? So that's what his ancestors are telling him. All right, how does Lil Baby's ancestors feel about all the success that he's had thus far? Clarify. His ancestors are, of course, happy because he is creating generational wealth, not just for his family here on earth, but his spiritual family as well. But at the same time, they want him to get his family dynamic together. They don't want Lil Baby to be out there sleeping around. They want him to settle down with someone. And he's bothered by the fact that his last relationship, which aka Jada, didn't work out. They do want him to get over that though and move on because there's still someone out there for him. Okay. And he's going to have 3 more children in this lifetime. So he's going to have like a total of 5 kids. And I feel like all the rest are going to be girls. Okay. All right, let's see. This is going to be, what does Lil Baby need to keep in mind? And then I'm going to end this video. I'm telling you guys, like, Lil Baby is going to come out with something amazing. And it's not meant for us to know what that is right now. Because, again, he's a prophet. And he's here to provide hope for people. That's his role in this life. He's introverted, he's quiet. There's not much going on with him. Pretty much keeps to himself. Okay, wow. All right, it's not personal. People's reactions or opinions of me are really not about me at all. And this is how he really feels. This is why it didn't bother him about the pictures from that white party. People tend to project their own insecurities or fears onto one another. So when someone speaks unkindly to me, I remember they have something going on that has nothing to do with me. And he really believes this. That's why he just lets things roll off his shoulders. However, if he has done something wrong, then that's when he'll feel guilty and try to right his wrongs. But if he know he hasn't done anything and people are just tripping or people just have something to say, oh yeah, he don't care. He's like, that's your problem. New adventures. Today I open myself up to new adventures. I go out and do something I've been holding back from. I move through the fear rather than let it control me. I trust my intuition and follow my desires. So a lot of these cards are talking about being fearless, and Lil Baby does not hold on to fear and is scared to make a move. He jumps, like he goes for it. He doesn't hold himself back. Mirror. In order to change my life outside, I need to change inside. Once I am open to this change, my exterior reality will begin to mirror those shifts. He's working on himself. Here's the heart twice. There's the heart twice. He's a very loving person, guys. He's a good guy. He just is. He's a good guy. Even with this heart here. To have so many hearts in your reading, you're a good person. You have a good heart. In this present moment, I have nothing to worry about. I take life step by step as I follow my desires, I told you, and intuition, joyfully overcoming any bumps along the way. When I live like this, I don't have to worry about the future. Again, he's working on generational wealth where he does not have to worry about the future. He's taking it step by step and doing what he needs to do so that he can create that for himself. Infinite creativity. Wow. At any moment, I am able to tap into an infinite source of energy and creativity within me. Unique ideas flow through. What did I tell you? There's some idea that he's going to have that's going to be like mind-blowing. Different. Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Again, he's a prophet. So what he's going to be doing is literally an idea that came from source directly to him. He has his mission, and that's what he's working on, whether he knows that's his purpose or not. Okay? Unique ideas flow through, each one capable of blossoming into beautiful creations. There it is. All right. So that's the reading on Lil Baby, guys. There's nothing going on with him and Jada. He has moved on. He just hasn't met that one yet, but he is messing around with someone. And there is someone that walked away from him as well. And he's just basically focused on himself, getting himself right, and having his goals in place, making sure that he has this generational wealth for him and his family. And that's his focus right now. There's not much drama here. There's not much problems. There's not much chaos. And with Lil Baby, you're not going to see him be in any trouble. As long as he follows his ancestors' request, which is not to deal with any substance abuse. Stay away from any type of addictions. And as long as he does that, he'll be fine. You won't see anything out there on Lil Baby. You just won't. Okay? All right, so that's my reading, guys. Thank you for watching. It's my goddess Chrissy. Until next time. Bye.